everybody.
Sure.
Welcome to the Low Brass, or the Brass Brunch Bunch. Oh my word, yeah, it's a Friday, so everybody have a good time. So right now, decided we'll just leave the trombone and euphonium music up instead of having the tuba and trumpet included with that, unless we have a drop in with any guests. So if you're watching this, if you're watching for the first time, why don't you follow the link in the description? You can jump in on Zoom if we're still here. And so, Dave, you want to get us started on these lip slurs?
All right, a little bit of long tones.
That's
Yeah.
wow. That's when you know I'm that tired. Wow, more coffee. Right.
Hey, no problem. Let's do this. And we're just gonna really have the airflow out easy on these long tones. Sometimes I like to do a couple deep breaths first on these, and yeah, I think the music has disappeared from my screen. Is it still up on yours, Richard?
Well, that's because I didn't share my screen with you. So let's
Oh, there we
button
go.
real quick. There you go.
All right, let's do this. Some long tones. Here we go. 2, ready. Good. We'll take a short break here, and I'm going to do a slight crescendo into the slurred note on these. And
All right. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me. I think I got to close this and restart it. I'm just having way too many problems right now with the.
Sure.
Okay, let's see. So, how are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, we're live streaming, right, on
Yeah, we are live.
YouTube. So yeah, if anyone's out there, come and join us at brassbrunchbunch.com, and you can be live doing the warm up with us, and it's a lot of fun. I really like the opportunity to do the group warm up every day. It really just kind of keeps me motivated, keeps me going. There we go.
All right.
We are back in business.
I decided I'll bring back the full brass.
The B flat
interview.
track. Yeah. Okay, good. And hey, let's continue on our concert F. And I'm gonna do a little hairpin, get a little louder into the second note, and just relax into that second note, and keep the air really smooth. Here we go. 2, ready. little break, and we'll go on to the low B flat. There we go. 2, ready.
Oh, we're done?
All right.
That's right. All right, move on to, let's do the next. Let's do the next two here. So let me take care of this lip slur. I want to do this two ways. We're going to flutter tongue it the first time, which is boom, brrrr, while we're playing it, then we'll play it naturally. Ooh, one more time, starting song. Kind of easy and just blow through it. So again, the entire point I like to think of doing these isn't to think about things every day, but it's just to get up and play a little bit every day and focus on the intent. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Keeping it firm, keeping it still, not changing anything, focus on what stays the same, yada, yada, yada. Ready for the next one? Your turn.
All right.
Let's stop talking.
Here we go. Slow lip slurs. Not too slow, though. I'm going to try to do 4 measures in a breath. If you need to break it up, though, you can take a breath every 2 on these. Here we go. 2, ready.
Whoops. I went too far. Yeah, I went too far there. Okay, let's keep on going. La-da-da-dee. Okay. So I want to do these a couple different ways. I want to take each measure and I want to air tongue first and then regular play. So I hear so many people doing this so many different ways, um, especially when I was teaching. There's a real specific sound and a real specific way I want you to do an air tongue on this. I call it air knocking. So if you listen, it's what most people sound like. You hear that, all that static um, sound in there. What I want it to sound like is like this. And it sounds without the horn. Notice my chin isn't moving. I'm just going do 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 do, but whispering and blowing hot air at the same time. So just think of whispering more than anything else. If you don't have that constant supply, it's not going to sound good, no matter what you do. So we're going to tongue it. We're going to play it one measure at a time. So just like that, we'll do it fast. Do the best you can. If you can only do it slow, it's okay. Go back and do it a couple times. Ready? And so I'm looking at my microphone. When I do the air knock, you can't hear it. I have to bring it right in close to the microphone to hear it, so hopefully you can hear it better. All right, Dave, how did you do on that?
That was great.
Could
Really
you
good.
could you hear me do the air knocking? Are you getting dizzy?
Yeah, it's very it's soft, but it's got a real pure little clarity to it
In
when
the
you
in the
do it in the mic.
articulation. My secret when I
Yeah.
do that is the quieter you make your air, the louder you can make the top. And so many times
Uh-huh.
people just want to hear the air blowing, and that's not what you want at all. It's like you're yawning. That's the sound it should be, and then that makes articulation better. All right, I'm done talking. I'm getting stuck in the talk and not the play. So Dave, your turn. It's supposed to be the play. I don't think a single
Okay.
person has logged in since we've been doing this.
Oh no. Well, they'll retune in because we'll keep it up for a day or two.
Actually, I've been keeping it on in perpetuity.
Oh, good.
Still
Hopefully
nobody's watching it.
hopefully no one goes on and does like 5 of these in a row. That would kind of not be great for the chops, but
Or I don't know. We talk so much that maybe that it's good. I say we. I talk so much that maybe it's fine. All right.
all
Your turn.
right. Okay, here we go. Lip bends, everybody. So we do these on Brunch Bunch quite a bit. We like these lip bend exercises, and let's try some of these. So that little circle, I'm just gonna bend down into that note and try to move, not move my face. Do that all inside the mouth here. on that bend, and make it as much like a trombone gliss as you can. So here we go. 2, ready. Yeah, you'll notice I fell off that once or twice, but if you're doing that, you're doing the air the right way. Just keep practicing, and you pretty soon you won't fall off those, and they'll get smoother, and the air will just learn how to do those, and it'll feel just the same when you do your lip slurs with your air.
Dave, you sounded really good at that today. Mainly because
Hey,
the
thanks.
microphone's working really well, so I could hear you while I was playing. It was really easy
Oh,
to
good.
match the pitch on you because I could, yeah, it was nice. And what I noticed is very conspicuous is that how consistent your tone was the entire time on that. As a euphonium player, you have to manipulate the pitch. So the hard part is to not have your tone quality change when you're doing that. All right, my turn. Do I want to do anything special? Dave, do I want to do anything different on this one? You know what? I flutter tongued earlier. Let's flutter tongue this
Okay, cool.
one. So flutter tongue once, play normal second time. All right? What am I doing? I just kept on going.
Hey, that was good.
Felt good. I just kept on going. By the way, everybody, you should be focusing when you're doing this. But what was weird is I was kind of zoning, where I wasn't um, focusing on any one thing, and I wasn't daydreaming either. So I just kept on going. So yeah, pay attention to where you are too, though. But I was just listening and adjusting, and I just kept on going down the pattern. All right, Dave, your turn.
All right. Hey, let's keep it going here. Let's do the same thing. And I'm going to try to bump it up a notch if I can here. So, same exact kind of thing. And think of those syllables, ooey, 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 and try to keep this front real stable. And all the change should be inside the mouth. Okay, here we go. Right. Actually, it was about the same speed as the others, but yeah.
So we had a guest show up and then leave.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'll be back, or he or she will be back, I'm sure. So.
Oh well. Okay, let's move on. This was really good. There we go. All right, my favorite, the pedals. Let's just go ahead and play these. We'll do these at a moderate pace. Just remember, whatever you need to do to get that pedal to speak, use that same embouchure for the rest of the notes. It'll be very firm corners. Don't think that lower means looser. Very firm corners, maybe a little bit of protrusion with the lips, but you got to kind of keep it here. Keep it firm there, like a duck. Quack, quack. Here we go. All right, and go. So I can do that awesome on euphonium. Still having trouble hitting those pedals that low on trombone. I have to figure out what the deal is with that. All right, Dave, your turn.
Okay. Hey, I'm wondering if it's possible to flutter these the first time and then play it again, just for the heck of it. Let's try this. Let's try a flutter on that. First, let me try and see if I can flutter a pedal. Yeah, I guess we can. So let's try it and see if we can get some airflow going on this too. Ready? Have to be a disclaimer on the front of this video. Do not try these at home without supervision. But actually, you know, as rough as that was, I think that helped when I actually played it the second time quite a bit. Really, my air was just like bam, even though it sounded a little
Bam is
I don't
in.
know. It sounded like when you have that really low note, and it's kind of like you can hear the beats and the wave real
So when
slow
when
in
you
there.
mean bam, like bam, it worked, not necessarily like bam, that was a lot of air. It's because it wasn't
Yes.
too
Yes.
much air. It was just the right kind of air, so it bam, it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking a question in a forum yesterday or this morning about why they almost pass out when they're doing lip slurs, and I'm just like, oh my word, I know why you're
Oh.
doing it. You probably sound okay doing it, but you shouldn't pass out while you're playing. Like not even close, to be completely honest. So
Although fluttering pedals, lip slurs, you may. It's
no,
possible. No,
not at all.
I'm kidding.
I
That was
wasn't.
a joke.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like you think that it's a big hard thing. It just means that you're doing. If you can do all of these things at the same time, it means you're doing them all correctly the right way. So then you take away
Yeah.
the hard part, and then what you have left is actually very easy and very efficient. So we talk about efficiency, and that's a word that makes people think I need to try harder or work harder or think harder. That's not really what it is. It just means, hey, it's working better on its own. That's kind of my best explanation for efficiency. Speaking of efficiency, let's do the same thing this time. And I don't want you to think of having to pressurize your air to go up high. Just make sure you're going blowing for the high one, and you don't have to pressurize. Let's try. Nice. Pretty easy. What do you think, Dave?
Hey, great work on those low as we went lower on the flutters, and that really helps get some extra added airflow and ease going, I think.
I think it's between the notes that are the biggest problem for everybody, but especially with me. Sometimes I feel like going da wah wah. I could see that tendency. The solution to that is to relax into the change. Da, da, and all of a sudden, and keeping it firm here, and relaxing into the no man's land, and it just slurs on its own. All right, your turn, Dave.
Okay, so hey, why not? Let's keep the theme of the day going. Let's try to flutter it and then play it, even with the lip bend in. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. You ready? see it when you do that flutter, it kind of tends to maybe dry out a little bit in the inside of your mouth a little bit. So, a little bit of spacing between those might help, just to stop and take a breath, and get the moisture back in your mouth, because that dried me out there a little bit on the last two or three. But hey, that was pretty good. I really liked that one. What'd you think?
I liked it. I didn't really have too much trouble with it at all. I think it goes back to the point that I was trying to say before, is once you're able to do them all together, doing them individually are really easy. So don't freak out if it's hard. Don't try to change something. Try to figure out what has to be the same when we're mixing these exercises. When we're flutter tonguing, try to figure out exactly what's the same as when you're regular playing, and you'll find that it'll make the flutter tonguing easier, even though you don't think it should. All right, whatevs. Let's see if I can. Looks like my video is covering up some of these notes. So sorry, trumpet players or treble clef people. Let's give this a try. Let's do the same thing. So remember, the first three notes we move our fingers, and then the notes with the circles we flutter. Here we go. Sorry, we bend. Sorry. Just making so flutter first, play second. Had some cool multiphonics on that. Now let's play. That felt and sounded awesome when it went to play. If it wasn't doing
Yeah, that was a good one for me. That was great.
all right. Your turn, Dave.
All right. Hey, so I think we're going to do this one regular, no flutter, just to give our flutter a little bit of a break here on this one. We're going to be doing huge dynamic uh, changes without changing our lips at all when we do this. So think just really, really full. Don't try to push the air out on the fortes. Just let a lot of air come out on these fortes, and then we'll diminuendo on the second note down into the low note. All right, let's try this one. Always making a good sound, but if you want to really try to stretch it today a little bit, that's okay. So here we go. 1, 2, ready. Hey, that felt pretty good. Pretty easy. A lot of good airflow. No tensing up and no pushing. Hey, let's do it in reverse for this one, and then we'll switch it up with Richard and I. But here we go. Starting soft now, and keep that same embouchure of firmness and the same position, same face you made on this soft as you do on the loud. So we won't be looser on the soft at all. Here we go. 2, ready. Hey, that was a good one. How'd it go?
Yeah. That was pretty good. I like it.
Awesome.
All right. So we got this next one. We'll do it kind of the same way. Really focus on how soft you can get the soft, keeping it really nice and firm. Here we go. Right? And nice. All right. Next one. All right. make sure I can talk and play at the same time. And it affects the dynamics. So hopefully my dynamics is coming through on the microphone. All right, Dave, your turn.
All right, so some more lip slurs here. Let's loosen it up a bit. And hey, I'll tell you what, let's go back to flutter tongue on these, just to change it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very good. I was dropping out. My last quarter note of the flutter was kind of turning into a real note. So what I did was really made sure my airflow went towards into that last note with the flutter, and I sustained it the whole way just to keep my air going. Very
Nice.
good.
Okay. So yeah, speaking of that, let's do the same thing on this one. And let's add an extra beat in between both each repeat and then also each flutter tongue. So just an extra beat in there so we have some time to breathe. And transition back, right? And well, that was sloppy, and I should be ashamed of myself. Some of them were okay, but yeah, I need to slow those down to make sure those are a lot more accurate. It's not good to just fluff them. All right, your turn, Dave.
Okay. It looks like we've got these Scott Belk Lip Slurs from the great book. It's a trumpet book, a treble clef. I think there's a bass clef version
I don't think
as well.
there is. I've been looking.
Oh.
Belk, if you're there,
Well,
make a lot of money.
Yeah, we've made these into bass clef from a couple of his examples, but the
And
book
it's just,
is
yeah, and it's like one measure of each example. It's just very small. So go ahead and get the book. It's amazing. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, that's all right. But anyway, this is a small sample size of Scott Belk's great book for educational purposes. So let's try some of these. We're gonna do we're gonna do the repeat on each one of these. Once
Is it
fast,
okay,
or
because we've got a little bit of time. Do you want to actually just do them like multiple repeats, like maybe 4 or even 8 times?
oh, yeah, let's do
You can
let's do
take
4.
kind of a breath in between. Oh no, okay, whatever you want to do. Yeah, 4. 4 is good.
I'll do 2 kind of not moderate and 2 double speed. Just so we get a little bit of a change, and I'll take a break between each measure. So here we go.
Oh, wait a second, Dave. We have a guest.
Oh, excellent. Welcome.
Hello, Casey. Oh, what happened?
Oh,
Did we lose the
Richard
guest?
X kicked him out. No, I'm just kidding. No, maybe
Think I
he
might
tried to
have.
sign on. No.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, they're kicked out. So,
oops. Come back if
Casey, if
you
you're
are
there,
hearing
come back.
screwed up
No.
button. Live warm up. That's what happens in the live warm up sometimes.
I don't think I kicked. I think they just tried, and then when I went to hit them, they disappeared before I hit them. I think that's I hit the button.
Oh.
Oh, that's so sad. All right, Casey, come back.
Uh-oh.
All
Yeah.
right, Dave.
Hey, back to some Scott Belk. So I'll do this 2 times moderate and then 2 times fast, and then we'll take a little break between each measure. Here we go. 2, running. Let's finish off with the next note. And and ready. And next. And lesser. Yeah,
Nice.
something like that at the end. But anyway, is there more to this? I thought there was more to this one. No. But yeah, hey, something different. I actually felt that I try to make it feel the same between the fast and the slow, so I don't change anything I'm doing. I just change my slide speed and my tongue speed, but everything is the same. I felt like I could even take it 1 notch quicker, but that's all right. We can keep moving. And if you can at home, go ahead and practice these even quicker because that was pretty relaxed. Even the fast one wasn't super fast.
And in all honesty, it's like yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, it's better to play slow and sound really great than it is just to play fast. This should be a lesson to me because it's much better to be accurate and sounding really well. It'll give you a foundation to play faster. So many people just want to play faster and then they sound bad. And then the opposite happens. They start sounding bad. So you don't want to ever be in that situation. All right, here we go. Casey's asking if there's a PDF available. Yes, there is. Get in touch with us. I'll send it to you in an email. I'm trying to put it up on the website, but I've just been busy and didn't get around to it yet. So, all right, let's keep on going. Or actually, Casey, you can literally join us at 11 o'clock every single day, weekday, and we've been doing it since March. So you can work with us, work through it with us. And if you're jumping on Zoom, you even get to lead some of these exercises. All right, here we go. From the top, we're going to do each repeat twice. We'll do it a little bit at a little fast, moderate. Ready? And go. Aha. Excellent. All right.
Hey,
Next one, Dave.
all right. This is a good one too. Um, let's try this one. Let's try this one twice. About this a moderate speed, and then we'll do it twice as fast on this one. Here we go. 2, ready. Wow, next one. Ready. And here we go, next one. Ready? Yeah, almost there.
Lost track
Hey,
where I
that was
was.
different. I don't think we've ever done that that slow and fast like that. But that was I'd like to work on that myself a little more. But some of that was coming out pretty good with a lot of good flow.
Yeah, I lost track of
Surprisingly.
where I was, and it was again that time I was daydreaming, so it's not good. You're thinking about different things. So Casey, actually, let me type in my email address. Send me an email, and I'll send you back the a PDF file. And it actually looks like it's 11:58, so we're pretty much done today. But and it's done with the week as it's Friday. So yeah, everybody have a really good weekend. But Monday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. We're going to be here. So we've been doing it, and I'm only doing it because it makes me a really good player. And I'm noticing that if there's so many how-to play euphonium, how to play trombone, how-to videos online, and that's not what most people need. Most people um, need to practice, want to practice, and want to do that with other people. So we're going to start again on Monday. Um,
Good.
and Dave, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, spread the word out there. Hey, even if you have already warmed up by that time, come and join us for another session, another routine, because this makes a great routine any time of day to practice some good fundamentals and habits. So, see you
And
next
we
week.
also have, I think we're going to have a Clark Day here coming up, or Clark Day, probably a Clark Week coming up, where we might not spend the entire hour on Clark, but we'll probably spend a good chunk. So have that on your docket. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, go ahead and actually follow the links and join us on Zoom so you can actually participate. We had at the highest peak during the summer when everybody was actually practicing. We had about, I think, 20 people at our max, and we had a really good chunk of a dozen people that came regularly. But now most of those high schoolers have class during the day, so they can't make it. So if you're around, why don't you come on and join us? So if that's it, Dave, I'm Richard Demme signing off. Dave Doctorman
And
is also on here. And by the way, if you join us on Zoom, I'm not broadcasting faces, so you can remain anonymous, even if you're a famous euphonium player or something like that. And you don't want people to hear you chip notes. You can do it without telling anybody who you are. All right. Well, we'll see you everybody on Monday. Have a good weekend. Stay